Welcome to Esoteric.
Feel the pain of that coin hockey badass jamming his thumb up my butthole.
Turning and turning in the widening journey. The falcon cannot hear the falconer.
As always,
Things
follow
fall
the
apart.
You've
The
been saying
center
the
cannot
same shit
hold.
again and again for like 15
Humanity is loosed
We don't
upon
have
the
any
world.
cow porn in our Discord.
Like a dim tide is loosed.
You're probably a nihilist.
And everywhere the ceremony of essence is drowned.
My dick is 8
The
inches.
best lack all conviction. While the worst are full of passion and intensity.
No, I got your keto right here, man, in your ass.
Well, you're a fucking pedophile. So, like, maybe an atheist or a Christian would look at this and say, well, you're just a rapist. Pride is born of good works, positive qualities, and successful results. And we will plant that right between Beardson's legs.
You don't want to get into a dick measuring competition with me.
How long has this been on?
So far, you're saying
But that said,
Oh, okay.
there might be a likelihood that one would not be allowed on unless there was another one that was allowed on or some type of challenge to the ideology. We don't want it to sway too far to any one side.
Anonymous sent
so
$3.
this
The
is what
Dow
I'm saying,
is
it's
down
complex, and we have
11% this year to date. It's down 1,000 points today. How the fuck are we not in a recession?
We are.
Things aren't good right now.
Next, now it's going to be mostly right-wing figures, but next, Jared Taylor.
Yeah, I don't think Jared Taylor would be allowed on, but not because of what he
What?
espouses, but maybe because of other things that he's been involved in. So the history of a person is going to matter, you know.
Okay, now, not to press you too hard here, but like, do you know specifically what he's been involved in? Is there something that's coming to mind? Because I genuinely don't know. Is there something that comes to mind?
Well, like
Or-
I said, that's why I just said maybe. You know,
Okay,
like
you would
maybe
have to
not,
you'd have to
because-
look into it.
Yeah, I'd have to look into it.
Gotcha.
Correct.
His chat's
Okay.
turning
So I'm just
into-
giving you an example of why I may need to look into it before I just gave you an
Teddy
answer,
Feaser
you
theme
know.
song sent
Okay, that's
$10.
fair.
There may be things.
Oh shit, they're all turning against that.
They change their masks, you know what I mean, every couple of years or even every couple of months, and depending on what's trending new and
Oh, dead.
we've seen this with like Lord Southern, who has completely changed her political masking all around.
His own chat shitting all over Comfy. Didn't somebody say Cog got in a fight with him too?
Mind, like, their underwear, so that we can determine whether or not they're grifters or not. You know what I mean? I think
And I put Jared Taylor on the list because I feel like he's definitely controversial, but I feel, in my view, Jared Taylor is he's very optical in the way he goes about discussing the issues that he discusses. So I thought he was a good
Feaser,
name to
come
include
on.
here. Next,
yeah, his ideology would not be the disqualifier. If a far left wing communist who wants the overthrow
Of course we know you'll let the
of the
commies
federal
on.
government is allowed to come on, then
He banned me,
we
so
would
I can't call
literally
in.
be hypocrites if we said that somebody who was talking about the things Taylor was talking about would not be allowed on.
okay, so let me from there. Let me say that so the issue that tends to happen is, like, let's say the figure on the left that you just described,
Anonymous
was
sent $3. Oh, no, it's over Comfy Brothers.
Yeah, it's tough.
from having that
Apparently Cog was shitting on it too earlier.
on your platform because everything they say is within the Overton window. But then if you had like the inverted version of that person on the right, like, so what you're trying to go for a balance, right? You're trying to go for Vaush, Nick Fuentes. You're trying to go for Jared Taylor and
Well, it's never going to be totally balanced. Okay, ever. There's just no way.
not
I mean,
perfectly, but
you can. Yeah.
what- the thing
yeah,
is
but
if
we
you're
would like
try-
to have some type of something like that. Yeah.
Okay, and I think that is a noble goal. But what I'm saying is, if you're trying to What I'm saying is, if you're trying to balance as best as you can, I think what may end up happening is, as you try to balance figures on the left with figures on the right, I think that you may
just spit it out,
experience
dumbass.
External pressure. Like,
well, there's no may. We will. We're experiencing external pressure immediately, right this second,
right,
from both right wing and left wing, streaming groups and streaming cliques. So you would call them orbiters, people from different communities who orbit around people in different communities who orbit, right? It creates a spiral effect. So what the thing is not only is it not ever going to be perfectly balanced, but we understand that those external pressures are always going to be on us. The nice thing is that I just don't give a shit, right? So literally, I just don't give a shit. I spent most of my morning responding to most of the people who DM me with "fuck you." That's literally my response to 98% of people who had this concern or that concern or that concern or that concern. Look, there's going to be left-wingers on that platform. There's going to be a lot of right-wingers on the platform that people don't like. There's going to be a lot of left-wingers on the platform who endlessly demand that we
defense is he
remove the
doesn't
right
give a
wing.
shit about his platform?
And if they
Wow.
engage, I don't know why they would want to be on the platform, and we're not going to keep them there.
Okay, gotcha. And I know I've stated this already, but the reason why I've personally reached out to you is because, as a friend, I want you to know, hey man, this is what I'm seeing people say, and I want to bring that to your attention because I guess you are seeing it otherwise, but I know that it's a little bit different when like some random Twitter account says it to you versus maybe somebody that you're more friendly with, so that's what I'm trying to
we
here.
understand
it's not a concern troll or anything like that.
Yep, and we do understand the that internally we at the Crucible, we have engaged with so many different communities and so many different ideologies that we've managed to build a good relationship with most of them.
Anonymous sent $3 a nigger with 20 viewers is going to be able to set up a platform with any viewership at all.
And there are left-wing groups.
Don't think so.
Like, for instance, things you may not have thought about, right? There are large left-wing streamers out there who may want to come on and only talk about
Kino
vegans.
Casino is talking about going on there. That would just prove that they are insanely jealous of Cozy, because we can sit on Cozy and we've been fucking on a hellacious fucking championship run for the last 6 months or about 6 months, I guess. Just doing whatever the fuck we want over here, linking up, doing a lot of collaborations, streamers just popping in out of the blue, just having a great vibe that they can't even match, killing it. Day after day, legends coming into the mix too, like Wang Lin tonight. It's been a championship run, and they're shackled over on YouTube's teat, just absolutely being corny and gay. If they had any sense, they would start a fucking Comfy and make it legit, but they got a fag running it up. So it's never going to work with Andrew Wilson as the leader, because he's a fucking loser and just a corny bum. If they had somebody with some pizzazz and style leading up, maybe it'd actually go somewhere, but it's not going to. He's not a Nick Fuentes. He's not even a quarter of a Nick Fuentes. And he thinks he's way better than he is. That's his biggest fucking problem, actually. He thinks he's something he's not. That's actually Big Papa Fascist's big problem, Andrew Wilson. Is he's a really mediocre nigga. If he knew that and worked within himself, it would be one thing, but he doesn't. So this is going to go belly up big time.
So, I mean, we would be very cautious about something like that. The current ideas that Spencer espouses, though, they're actually pretty tame. I don't think that I'm going to have a whole lot of people on who want to discuss things like eugenics, though. I'm going to probably have to draw some kind of moral line somewhere. And eugenics is, if that's all you do is advocate for that or something like this, that might become problematic as well.
Gotcha. Okay, so once again, basically what you're saying is the ideology itself is not necessarily problematic, but this is somebody with a history that you may not want to be associated with the Comfy brand. So, there's someone who's somewhat toxic, volatile.
Yeah, well, I would
rather just not deal with that.
Well, they said they were going to have Warski. Didn't we have some? They said they were going to have Warski. Didn't we have some of his greatest hits yesterday? I'll look and see if I can find it.
Real life.
Right. Okay.
And things like that. So, and obviously there's a lot of leftists who I don't think I would want to associate with in real life, but people tolerate.
And then there are
like if we were at a party together or something and be like, well, I can tolerate you, for small periods of time.
That's fucked up,
I can at
Comfy.
least tolerate you.
Right.
So, that's, again,
the Comfy brand makes me sick.
Be a perfect balancing act, and we're not going to be able to make everybody happy, and we're not even going to try. But we're going to give them something that they haven't had in years, which is kind of a open forum for political discourse like we haven't seen since YouTube back in, 20,
Anonymous sent $3. So why would a leftist go on Comfy when they can just stay on Twitch or YouTube? There's no point in trying to appeal to those streamers.
Conservative over to it. It used to be a lot more open before these different outside agitation groups like the ADL and several others began shutting these, these different voices down. So we understand that we're going to be under a lot of political pressure and that we're going to have a lot of pushback. I just don't care.
Gotcha. Okay, it's good to hear that you're ready for the fight. Next name on the list, Ryan Dawson. This is somebody who is mostly known.
Oh yeah, I'd love to have. Well, wait a second. Let me make sure I got the right guy. Go ahead. Let me make sure I got the right guy. Yeah, isn't this the 9/11?
Yes.
Is that 9/11 Ryan Dawson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is same Ryan Dawson who fought it out with Destiny multiple times.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have no problem with. In fact, I like a lot of his content. You know what I mean?
Okay, so that's a good example of somebody who would not be allowed on YouTube, but would be allowed on Comfy.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Okay, cool. Now this is somebody else we also talked about in private, but I'll ask you again publicly.
Comfy.
Southern Dingo.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you something. I think we kind of touched on this last time I was in a rigorous Bloodsport debate with the entirety of RPG's community.
Yeah, it's live.
And Dingo called in. Me and Dingo talked quite a bit IRL. But Dingo did not send me any requests to come on Comfy.
Because he's recording you, nigga.
Did. The
Exit Dingo's recording
Dingo wants to be able to say and kind of do those optically horrific things because he thinks they're fun and funny, things like that. And maybe there is a market for that, but it's not something that I would integrate into the platform.
Okay. So, because Dingo represents, there is like a genre of streamer that's exactly like that. I don't know what word exactly I used to describe.
Yeah, I don't either. But I think you guys can infer what I mean, right?
Okay. So Southern Dingo.
That's all I can do. But that's not going to change the fact that I genuinely enjoy talking to the man, and we do rigorously argue even on the phone when we're talking, and then maybe we'll start talking about the weather. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's kind of an interesting dynamic, but he's those types of guys are kind of in their own thing, doing their own deal. They seem pretty happy in the Odyssey area, and doing that kind of deal. So that wouldn't generally be the type of
you'll
person
be good on Odyssey. Don't worry about it.
A lot of outreach too.
Understood. Okay. Next, David Irving.
What?
David Irving. Again, history problems.
Probably. Okay, so similar to like a Jared Taylor.
Yeah, we would have to take
his chat shitting
on,
all over. By the way,
again, this is why the case by case is so important, and why we have a vetting team, because I could just arbitrarily be like, yeah, sure, you know what I mean? But the truth is that I don't know. We would literally have to vet the guy out and figure it out. And there's going to be other things too. Like there might be people I would really love to have on, but I can't because maybe
why the fuck
they would just kind of fuck the balance up.
David Irving's not coming on anyway. First off, it's retarded. But
they just, they start doing like gay ops in the background against other streamers and, shit like that.
Like you?
None of that's really productive. I think that you can have blood sports and fights and this and that without trying to ruin each other's lives,
Okay. Next, Devin Stack.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Now, these are kind of wild cards, the next two. So, do you know Ice Poseidon?
No.
Okay. So, let me think of another. What about somebody who is not a political guy? Do you know IShowSpeed? Like one of these crazy.
This shit is like fantasy.
You mean like, Andy Warski's not a political guy.
I wouldn't say Warski because Warski is like loosely connected.
You mean Warski?
I'm talking about somebody who is like really big on Twitch.
They're black people, and then there are
like Aiden Ross.
Yeah, everyone 1488, 1488, spam chat. It takes the black woman to be like, oh, look at this motherfucking. Well, yeah, because you could be like, oh, look at the 1488. Yeah, everyone 1488, 1488, spam chat. It takes the black woman to be like, oh, look at this motherfucking. Well, yeah, because it could be a commercial for Planned Parenthood or for the white ethno state. Fucking roll a welfare check out the door. That'll get those motherfuckers to leave. Oh, I wish he broke his neck right there. God damn it. That would have saved some white family of raping and murdering. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Like, there are people
That's
who
the Comfy brand. Holy shit.
I play video games while I do political content. There's a lot of people like that. I don't care about that. Like, that's good. I'm fine with that. But if you're just like a Call of Duty bro.
Tomorrow we're live.
You're not engaging in
We're going to be covering the fight tomorrow. Oh, let's party. And we're going to have Wangland tonight, dude. I told you I was going out with style. I'm going to be back, but I'll be gone for a few days. Holy fuck. I told you I was going to. I had to work on through. I saw Nick was going to be out. I was like, okay, I'm going to work on through. Plus, it was going to culminate with this big show tomorrow.
At least for the first year, at least in the short term, that's not what you're thinking about at all. The prime focus is going to be political streamers. It's okay if sometimes they're not doing politics.
Okay.
In general, this is a political platform.
If we can survive doing politics, then we're not going to have any problem surviving bringing anybody else on for anything else.
Gotcha. God, that makes sense.
Yeah. Gamergay OG can't abide. I think it hates video games. Fuck out of here.
Politics is the worst niche online possible to try to give people a haven in. It's the toughest to build platforms for. It's the toughest. They're the toughest people, most suspicious, most everything. You know what I mean? It's like if I picked the thing to try to help people out of this massive rut that's caused by these lunatics to do, this was the hardest thing I could have picked.
Right. Out of all the categories, politics is definitely the most volatile. So if you can get that to work, then you can get basically anything to work. The next item, this is not even worth asking, but if just chatting streamers aren't allowed, then I'm going to assume that bathtub streamers, like, those whores on Twitch and their bikinis and their bathing suits.
The mic flickers? The mic flickers? Yeah, the AS or what is it?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
There's so one of the TOS policies is, of course, no nudity.
Okay.
But also I've kind of been a little bit loose on that terminology so that it would include things like if
Anonymous sent $3. This nigger probably had to beg based homeschool mom to let him use her money to build this site kek.
Give me that book money.
So, like, let's say they were covering a political event on the beach, and they were in a bikini.
It is permission slip shine.
I don't think I would care then. You know what I mean? But if they were, if they were exclusively online for the purposes of selling their body,
and
they had nothing else to sell for the purpose of having simps send them money, they can go fuck themselves.
Gotcha. Okay. That's good. A couple more items here. Do you know Null? Null is the owner of Kiwi Farms. Would somebody like him be allowed?
So again, I don't know. This was brought up in last night's chat. I don't.
Frank sent $3. Comfy will last as long as the casino did.
I'm not terminally online.
Exit scam in 2 months.
Yep.
And I don't know. Like I literally got home from work all I was able to do was wash the oil off my hands before you were calling me, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know the broad field of everybody everywhere.
Right.
I don't know that much about kiwi farms. I've obviously seen the site before, and people have sent me links to the site before. But I don't, and I hear the name all the time. But it seems like there is a consistent war between them and basically anybody they consider the locale of the week. You know what I mean?
Right.
They just made news due to this MTG thing.
Yes.
So, all of this kind of thing. But I really just don't know enough about them to even make an informed decision about that.
Okay.
Like, just to be perfectly honest with you, I just don't know enough.
Okay, fair. Now, what about, speaking of someone that's related to this whole MTG situation, Keffals? Would somebody like Keffals be allowed on Comfy?
Why are they even doing this line of questioning? Like, this is just fantasy shit.
Same thing.
Okay, so what?
This is a history. This is a history of a volatile
Anonymous
person.
sent $3. It's actually kind of sad to see these two retards fantasize about something that will never take
it's like,
off.
what is
I have no
this?
use for that. To me,
and I can't call in because
it's funny you say that because I was literally going to make that same comparison. So then, what about?
Yeah, well, it's uncanny, isn't it? It's really an uncanny comparison.
And now they're
$3 Comfy is going to last about.
I'm not sure if you saw that, but now they're linking up to. They're trying to take down
one of the hot sloppy sex with red pill gamers yent a mother. Treat her the way his father was never able to.
Oh wow!
Sweet, sweet love.
I think I have a thread on Kiwi Farms, and I don't think that they were very charitable to me.
Camille,
but I have no intention of
shut
trying to deplatform them or tell them that they can't, locale people or laugh at people or any of those things. I think that that's all perfectly acceptable internet behavior.
What?
Gotcha. Okay, that's
good.
fair. We are almost done with our list here. By the way, guys, so what we're going to do is I'm going to finish my list, and then we're going to take your questions, the super chat questions first. So if you want to super chat some questions for BPF, do that now, and then we're going to open up the lines for the Q&A. Okay, so this is not a person, it's kind of a group of people that I've seen come up quite a bit. What are your thoughts on people from the National Justice Party?
Again, I've heard this name bandied about quite a bit too. My focus has been on the debates and the platform that I operate, much more than external politics. So while I've been building this platform from the ground up like crazy, in some ways I've lost a bit of connection to what's going on externally with the greater political arena. So I'm catching up a little bit.
What have you been working on for like 2 days, nigga?
I don't know anything about the NJT. I just don't know anything about
the
them,
NJT.
So I can't speak to that. I feel like I've given fairly clear examples, though.
I think you have. I'm just trying to.
There's some people I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know enough about them.
Okay, I'm just trying to give a good range of different examples. Everyone from Keffals to Jared Taylor to Southern Dingo. So I'm just trying to kind of cover all the bases so people can get a sense of they take all these answers and they could formulate a single conclusion there.
Yeah.
But
well, I'm happy to be grilled. I'm just letting you know, I'm not trying to be evasive. I literally don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it's fair. I think when you have known about the person, you've given a straightforward answer, and when you haven't known, you said, I don't know, so I can't give an answer. You said
this is like Fantasyland shit. So 700 more people are watching me watch this.
To the super chat questions, which might be a little.
This is like. This is like playing with like special needs motherfuckers. Like
streamers versus chat. For example, streamers are not allowed to spam slurs. What about the stream chat / super chats? Okay, so basically the question is.
I understand the,
okay, you got
I understand
it.
the question.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what is this, a fantasy draft? But there's no actual what is this, just who you host? Maybe one day could get on
words. And the variations of those words. So they can't spam those words either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anonymous sent $3. So basically nobody right of BPF. Goofy
There's a reason people came to Cozy.tv. It's because of Nick Fuentes and his proven track record. Nobody's got any faith in fucking Andrew Big Papa Fascist Wilson and his 20 viewers. Are you fucking kidding me? What a joke.
You can monitor your own banned words how you see fit. But yeah, there's some global words that are banned.
Okay, so N is obviously 1. K is obviously 2. Is F 3?
No.
Okay, is T the T slur?
The what?
No.
So
What is
could
this?
you in a TOS friendly just so people, because people are asked, the chat is very curious to know what the list is. That's why I'm asking. So
wow, this is broke.
He would C word the C word.
Okay, so
C word. What's up?
F. So F is the second letter in the F A or is it U?
It's A.
Okay, that's the funnest word on earth to say. So I would never.
Thank God.
I would never in a million fucking years take that away from my worst enemy.
Because that's a deal breaker for me.
If my worst enemy is dying on the ground and or I'm dying on the ground and he just shot me and I'm writhing in agony, that's the thing I'm calling him before I expire.
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect.
So
that's the best way. That's the best way to go.
Yeah, and I would expect him to do the same. The second funnest word that
What word is that?
want to use is that T slur. So
that one too.
I'm
Big fan.
Big fan.
The T slur. I've never said that before that. No, in my life.
I don't remember them off the top of my head, but they're not anything anybody's going to miss. Let's put it that way.
I would just not say the word over saying T slur. I would just not say faggot over saying F-slur. That's actually my position. If I couldn't say it, I would just not say it. I don't think that that's a very... I mean, if you're like trying to get a phrase or quoting something maybe when you're, I mean, there are certain occasions maybe, but like, nah, I would just not say it.
Because of the blasphemy that it represents. But,
right.
Or if you get caught up, you're on somebody else's channel or something, and real quick you say it. But
Anonymous sent $3. T-slur is like 2015 era satire of Tumblr people. What the fuck?
I don't know.
Denominations and,
I could see slipping up and saying it or like...
Though I'm not the biggest fan of that.
But,
we need to make it available for people to use. And not going to lie, I, still to this day catch myself saying it, and then I follow it up with liberal or, the F-slur or, things like that because you can't, I'm not perfect.
Right. Yeah, I'm the same way where I almost never say it on stream. Sometimes off stream, I will.
Anonymous sent $3. This is the saddest shit I've seen in a while.
Busted, man. I swear this is busted.
Big Papa Atheist sent $3. Please do not say spick, wetback, gook, chink, kk, or fag on my website.
Kk, stop.
Problematic. Almost none of them are problematic in my view.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that, when the Bible talks about cursing, it's actually talking about curses. And, GD that's an actual curse, right? So that's the problem. But still, we got to free it up for people. We can't just monitor human behavior and try to modify it like we're in a fucking science lab. We need to let people go a little wild and get the most amount of creativity that they want to put out there.
Yeah, I understand it. I think that ultimately, even though, like you said, it is blasphemy, I think ultimately if you're trying to create a platform that is as open to all political persuasions, then even though it's not something that we want to see ourselves, I do understand the thought process there. So that makes sense.
Yeah, and parody.
Kiwi Farm still down.
I've seen it used in ways in parody that have made me laugh. So it's so it just is what it is. But I just wanted to let you know, there's not very much you can't say.
Okay, good. Okay, so the next question we have here is from BB Bay.
Who?
They say, aside from who would be allowed on, what's in it for them to be allowed on if they have to pay a commission in order to broadcast there? I don't know if that's accurate.
What?
What's stopping them from meeting up and
A little
debating
taste?
for free? So what's your response to that?
What?
So
you gotta give a little kickback,
I don't know if the streamer knows this, but it costs a lot of money to host a giant network that has CDN technology, so it doesn't constantly buffer every 15 seconds like Odyssey. So what's in it for the streamer is an almost virtually TOS-free environment.
Hold on. Before you continue here, so I think this person might be confused because the commission is coming out of the super chats, correct?
Time to cash out.
Right. So there's no fee for the streamer to stream on the platform.
Yeah, that's no. There's no fee for the streamer.
Right, because I feel like the way the question was framed, to me it seemed as if there was a suggestion that it says if they have to pay a commission in order to broadcast there. So I don't know if maybe that was just a little bit poor phrasing.
There's no commission. So I'm sorry about that. I was answering it in the way that I interpreted it.
Right. Okay. So on donations,
$3 broke ass nigga can't even host the shit by himself.
No, broke ass nigga.
Which is that's standard practice. That to me is not even something you can complain about because that's every single platform charges a commission.
Yeah, well, how do we keep them running otherwise?
Right.
And then on top of that, I'm not going to lie.
Cozy doesn't.
This was more work than you could ever imagine. It's going to continue to be. And I have a family I have to feed. So
press T to thank Nick.
If you want to have a platform
no commission
that's
Cozy.
TOS free, where you can have this kind of engagement.
Sounds pretty fetty.
BD platform, not BD.
Sounds pretty fetty to me, Andrew.
To you. And it's run by somebody who's not
sounds
fucking lunatic.
Pretty little like a certain letter, if you know what I mean.
Call somebody and they'll actually answer the phone.
Cozy to the core.
I think it's a small price to pay, especially considering that the amount that's deducted from the super chat
it's a small
is
price.
essentially 8% or 9% less than it is on YouTube. And same thing for the subscriptions, and same thing with Twitch. It's far less expensive to stream through us than it is through those platforms.
Yeah, well, I just want to say that I don't think it's unreasonable. Like, obviously, you need to. It's a business.
Let's get a thank you, Nick.
You need to
press T to thank you, Nick.
Money to run. It costs a lot of money to run. So I don't think it's unreasonable or unethical for you to be charging.
I might have a Yeah, I might have a communist on, but I'm not a communist, guys. Okay,
yeah.
It's not. There is an amount of philanthropy here, but my kids aren't going to starve so that you can cack and say you know what I mean? Like, be reasonable.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
His kids gotta
some
eat.
People kind of imply that
the kids, his wife. Oh wow, we don't want to go there, do we? Not necessarily his kid. Oh no.
Like, yeah, that is the purpose of a business. The purpose of a business is that you want people to utilize the business. Like,
why do people want? Wait. So exactly. Why would you want more live viewers? It's so you might make less money, right?
Right, exactly. It's like, you just want more viewers. You just want more donations. Like, well, that's the kind of the point of having a stream.
Yeah, that's the point. Is how
broke ass nigga can't host no site.
Right.
Broke ass nigga can't host no site.
Technology, make your show improve.
Andrew, it's all falling apart. They're making fun of you, Andrew. Even Cogs dunking on you. Oh, we heard about that. Oh no, no.
Anonymous sent $3. Get a real job, you
broke ass nigga can't host no site. Get a real job, BPF. Cogs dunking on you, no!
They're very expensive to maintain. This is the very first one that has ever been created.
No kickbacks for you, Andrew.
To the streamer. So, yeah, it's going to take some money, and we're probably, going to lose our asses on the first year.
Give us some money.
It is what it is.
I don't think so.
Yeah, like I could see if people were complaining. Like if it were 50%, then I would understand. Yeah, obviously people are going to complain about 100? That. But it's competitive with YouTube. It's competitive with Twitch.
What?
So I think
like 40?
I think.
Well, and it's an enclosed network. Since it's enclosed, the chances that you're going to get a lot more viewership and a lot more people checking you out, even if it's just to wait for another show, is 10,000% higher. You can actually see examples of this on Cozy, where you have idiots who couldn't get 2 viewers on YouTube if their lives depended on it, but somehow they're up to 430 just because somebody's waiting for Nick, right?
That is definitely a phenomenon that I've observed. Okay, so we have another question here from
jealousy. Listen to him see. Listen to him see that the Cozy fucking kingpin castle fortress
Well, no.
See,
there's hundreds of minor differences on top of that.
they would love to have those 400 viewers. Are you kidding me? They're like, oh, if only I could just stream right before Nick, I would have a great show. I would be a famous streamer, worldwide famous e-celebrity like Ethan Ralph. Then I could be a legend. If only I could come on right before Nick.
For people who are on the platform, we have an integrated chat. Okay, it's built in. It's not external to Telegram. So Beards and Beardley's not going to be able to just say your name. Okay?
Right.
You also aren't going to be sending all of your money to known federal government employee Baked Alaska, who has Power Chat, and who knows what the fuck is going on with that.
That's true. Nobody knows.
That's
a lot of money's being made, as far as I can see. I don't know.
We ran the numbers on it.
For me, I don't give a fuck.
And we can't figure out how it turns a profit. We can't even figure out.
They can't figure it out. Listen,
to maintain itself.
You can't figure out business, I guess.
But this guy is. I mean, he took a plea deal. He squealed like a pig. And
the best TTS in the business.
You can go give him your fucking money, dude. Go ahead.
All right, there you have it.
Go ahead, Jordan. Have fun.
All right, we have 2 more super chats here, and then we're going to open up the lines. It looks like Mr.WhiteTuber is on the line, so he'll be our first caller. But first, we have a question from Cringe Clips, and he asks, first, do you foresee any attempted legal action from Fuentes in regards to Comfy?
I hope so.
Okay, that's number 1. 2, are there any technical areas you are still looking for help with? Lots of us out here would be willing to help as we can, maybe even for free. Anyways, thanks for the hard work.
Oh, I appreciate that. Our tech team is very good, very skilled, and they work very well together. If concerns like that come up, we may recruit, but of course, we all know that I don't want to bring in free interns to do all of my labor for me, and then kind of
why not? That sounds smart as
somebody else I know did. So I think that
I was thinking I needed an intern program.
Department. If something like that comes up down the road, then we'll be willing to.
Anonymous sent $3. Oh my, this new Comfy website sounds like the real deal. It's going to be popping off.
Oh no, it sounds legendary, doesn't it?
September 3rd.
Okay.
Just get through launch.
Almost
24
there.
Straight hours. Yeah, 24 straight hours.
Let's go. I'd like to. I don't know if
Ralph intern should have an intern program.
If I could, maybe I could join you during that stream at some point. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who says, "Oh wow, all this extra help"? No, I'd rather not have that. Wow. Who sees this highly efficient system and then goes, "Nah, I'd rather just not have that." That doesn't look appealing at all.
Who wants to come? We're more than happy to have you guys.
The fuck?
Sounds good to me.
Smeggle fan sent $3. I'm broke. Kids are hungry. Oh no, I'm just like Rabbi Pill Gang.
Oh no.
OHHH.
No.
Why did it go down like this?
Oh man, Smiggle. Yeah, I saw VHS in the chat.
There was any actual proprietary technology regards to Cozy. Okay, so I think the question is, you don't have to answer this, by the way, but the question is, I think,
yeah, maybe we will set up one
that you're using is proprietary.
We got the supporter chat set up now, and it's been running really well. Maybe we'll set up something like that.
Okay, so there you go. There's the answer, and this is somebody that I've seen spend a lot of time in the Cozy chat, so I don't know if it's a good faith question. If it is, I apologize, because he did give $25, but I see this guy.
He saw you on Cozy. Sorry, you gave 25, but you're a rat.
RPG with his great and wonderful stream. He does some of the best news commentary.
What? No, he does not.
The reason I tune in, you'll see me in his chat quite a bit because I enjoy the news breakdowns.
It's true. It's true. We do see BPF. All right, man. So I think that's all the Q&A questions for now. If anybody else has any last second Q&As they want to get in, send them in right now. Otherwise, we're
are you guys threatened by this?
Here.
Comfy.
I don't know if WhiteTuber wanted to call in first.
Comfy's kind of dangerous, man. Woo.
Somebody else. or if anybody out there. Oh, looks like Mr. WhiteTuber does want to call in. So before I pull you in, man, I just have to let you, and this goes to everybody, not just you. I'm not, suggesting that you would do such a thing, but keep in mind we are on YouTube. So let's be mindful of our language and
be careful. Susan won't like this.
WhiteTuber, what is going on, man?
Big Susie won't like this.
Got on mute. Kiwi Farm still
down.
Goes for everybody. Telegram.
Now, sir.
Yo, what is going on, Mr. WhiteTuber?
Yo, what's good, RPG? How you doing, man? I'm a big fan of the show. It's great to call in, man.
Yeah, it's great to have you. How you been, man? How you been?
I'm doing great. I'm over there on the Odyssey. It's kind of like the short bus of the internet over there.
Yeah, but you're doing good. I see the viewership is good. You got a new setup going on. Unfortunately, I never get to catch the show because you're basically ending your stream as I'm eating breakfast. So unfortunately, I almost never get to catch it, but I definitely recommend everybody, mods, drop that link in the chat. WhiteTuber, I shout you out all the time, man. I'm sure you catch it from time to time, but I'm always shouting you out. Because,
hurry up,
lazy,
man! What the
fuck? Up for breakfast, you lazy fucking streamer. 10 o'clock. What are you doing?
I'm streaming this.
An old friend sent $3. Red pill retard has the same accent as Fauci. Nuff said. Also, Cammy is a total smash.
Cammy is a smash. Cammy Feaser. He might be related to Fauci. He looks like he's related to him. You know what's funny? He banned me from his Telegram. I can't call in.
All right. Well, I've been listening in. I've been listening in a little bit, and I just have one general concern, like
Cammy Feaser
to it, and it sounds rather similar to what we're seeing with most other websites, and I'm trying to understand what's going to be the draw. Let's say a person wants to stream, wants to do in the middle kind of stuff. Why wouldn't they go to YouTube? Wouldn't YouTube be more established?
Teddy Fauci.
Older, farther reach?
Oh my God.
Like, exactly
Feaser. We should have known.
As let's say YouTube,
Oh my God. We should have known.
Not even close.
Tony Fauci, Teddy Fauci, Feaser Fauci.
The reason that we work so hard to bring it out is because there's a mass wave of deplatformings and demonetizations going on, even for people who are following the TOS of those platforms. And what ends up happening is they can no longer make a living. They can no longer do any of those things.
They all suck. That's why Comfy is going to suck, because they suck.
And now the trans soul culture community.
The what?
Who are doing these mass deplatforming. So we're kind of there to pick up the pieces and kind of put Humpty Dumpty back together again and give them access again to payment processing, give them access again to live streaming, and give them pretty much the least amount of TOS we possibly can under the confines of sanity. So,
well, what would you say the differences were?
Well, I mean, I just named one of the primary ones, which is that the terms of service are nothing like YouTube. YouTube, you can't talk about. Okay, so YouTube, you can't talk about certain jabbies or certain lockdowns, or you can't talk about certain things that happened in the month of January. You can't talk about certain things that happened during, certain election cycles. You can't spread, quote unquote, misinfo, right? So there's all kinds of restrictions, and these are the same things that apply to Twitch.
I was like, what gay shit is that? And I was like, oh yeah, the vaccine, I guess. Jabbies.
We don't have any such restrictions. You could move that content over to Odyssey, but Odyssey runs like it's broken. It runs like it's
National Socialist on there?
No.
Nazbol?
No, National Socialist.
That would be Nazbol, right? National Socialist?
No, that's National Bolsheviks. Those guys are weirdos. I'm talking about National Socialists, people who follow National Socialism.
It would be Nazi.
I don't know. We would take everything on a case-by-case basis.
You mean Nazis?
So it would depend on who and what and why.
You don't even know what National Socialism is?
You know what National Socialism is?
That was my next question.
As advocated by which
Hitler is. What the fuck? Who do you think?
Well, I think like Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
National Socialism, right?
Yeah.
Oh, do you mean, am I going to have Nazis on my platform?
Yeah.
Probably not.
You mean? As advocated by who? Well, fuck, I don't know. Hitler, maybe. What the fuck? Like,
well, tell me why should I have Nazis on my platform?
Holy
I don't know
shit.
what you mean by Nazi. So what is a Nazi to you?
That's what. Wait.
Well, you were just saying you were Nazi.
As advocated by who? And what was your answer?
This is like
you said you
parody
wouldn't have
level
Nazis
shit.
Wait, no, stop, back up.
Oh shit!
I'll back up.
This is parody level
by
shit.
who? And what was your answer?
I don't understand
Vince,
what
you watching this,
advocated by
dude?
who means.
Well, what was your answer? Then why did you say as advocated by Nazis? Then, if you
let me
jump
in. So, WhiteTuber, do you have an example? Do you have an example of?
Well, then why? Well, wait.
Don't bring it up, dumbass.
As advocated by Nazis.
Because that's how you. I know that's a term you would
Feaser,
understand.
your show finally got bearable.
Okay, so then wait a second. So if you ask me a question, would you have Nazis on the platform?
They got
I say
Feaser.
No, you can't get mad at me.
No, I'm asking you what do you consider?
As practiced by who?
Stop.
I can't get
You
over
can't
that.
get mad at me.
Okay.
if you say,
Hitler, what the
well,
fuck?
Wait a second, though. I don't really mean Nazi. So why don't you give me some specifics that I can actually answer?
So you're not going to answer the question what a Nazi is then? You're just not going to answer it?
I'm asking
refuse to answer it?
I'm asking you what you consider a Nazi.
I'm saying a National Socialist. I'm asking you if you will allow National Socialists.
Well,
and you said, oh, Nazi. Okay, go ahead and interrupt me.
Tell me what that entails.
Okay, I'm asking you if you will allow National Socialists, to which you responded, Nazis, hell no. And then that got my attention.
No. You said as advocated by Nazis.
An old friend sent $3 out of the source telling me that the more retarded branch of the Fauci family was forced by the head of the family to change their name to Feaser on Ellis Island.
I think that's what
Also,
happened.
call me a motherfucker because Cammy is a total smash.
She really is.
Raging Papist sent $3. The big Papa Fascist doesn't know what a National Socialist
I need
is.
to know what a Nazi is.
Well,
Also
whenever
keeps
you
talking
want
about-
me to talk, I'll talk.
You keep
National
interrupting me, sir,
socialism
and then
as
you continue
practiced
to
by
say,
who?
I'm interrupting you,
Nazis,
which is very
motherfucker!
bizarre.
What are you
It's very
talking about?
inappropriate.
I haven't said the word interrupted once.
You continue to interrupt me. However, you get upset when I continue my sentences. So, are you going to answer
Thank
the
you,
question,
old
sir, or
friend.
are you going to continue to say who's
It's bizarre.
Because so far, I'm not impressed.
Okay, that's nice. So I
I'm
just
not
have
impressed
one
either.
quick qualifier. That's it, just a qualifier. I'm just asking you, do National Socialists disagree with each other? Is there different forms of National Socialism?
All right, so that's a non-answer then on what a Nazi is. Okay. So
Well,
the next question I
you're
have
fucking
is,
bad. You're bad faith as fuck, dude. I don't know what else to tell you.
Well,
if you won't,
what do you mean?
answer a single qualifier,
Let me
like
jump
I've been doing
in.
for
Just say
everything,
whether
then
you'll let Nazis on or not.
So,
What do you want, a different branch of Nazis on? What the fuck are you saying, Andrew?
who advocates for National Socialism? Not a Nazi, but is there a theoretical person out there
Fucking
advocating for National
dumbass.
Socialism, BPF, that you would, or would you say that this is an ideology?
Okay, which
that
branch
would
of the Nazi
never be
party do you
welcome
want
the
on,
platform?
Andrew?
And another question I have is, would you allow a
The fuck?
bleeding heart communist on Comfy?
great question.
Okay. Should I allow Santa Claus on Comfy?
I
See how he answered your question with the question RPG? That's very disingenuous.
This is amazing.
You know what I mean? That's very Jewish tactic.
Okay. Well, anyway, when you're done, the reason that I'm demonstrating this point is because you would ask, what do you mean by that? All I'm asking this guy
Anonymous
to do
sent
is qualify
$3.
the
The site
ideology
not
of
even
National
live yet and there's
Socialism is
already
so I can
infighting.
direct answer.
You want me to
BTW
explain
don't
National
go to the
Socialism?
site, it's an
15
IP
minutes,
scraper
sir.
and
I
Big
don't wanna
Papa
waste
Faggot is
time,
unknown
you know what I mean?
docs,
I
or
don't
I
have time
wouldn't
for that.
put
You
it
know what a
past
Nazi
him
is.
to
You're not
leak the
stupid.
IPs
You
of
know
all
what a
who
Nazi
visit.
is. You know what a National
But
Socialist
you
is.
said that they're not Nazis.
So
Anonymous
I think
sent
it's clear,
$3
RPG,
BPF
the
is
fact that
genuinely
he's avoiding
retarded
the answer
LMFAO.
shows that he's not even willing to even entertain the idea
Papa Fascist
of
sent
allowing
$3
a wide
Comfy
variety
Feasers
of
before
voices.
launch that tough.
It's literally impossible for me to engage in the question if you won't define for me what you mean when you say this thing. If you say,
Are you unaware of
is a
National
communist-
Socialism on the internet?
If you say, is a communist?
Yeah, have you never heard of
who,
Nazism,
wants to kill
Andrew? What the
small
fuck are you
children
talking
allowed
about?
on the platform? And I say no, and you say, so no communists are allowed on the platform. Well, that's not what I said. So I'm just asking you to define what your terms for National Socialists
You're very
are.
confused.
If you can't do that, if you can't,
What do you mean, Nazi party, nigga? What the fuck?
Confuse you.
Third Reich, you never heard of that shit? What the fuck is your problem?
You know,
somehow
I
I'm
mean,
able to. You know, where's your site? How's that
so,
doing?
but are you going to allow National
Yeah,
Socialists? or are you still-
How's your site doing? Is it doing
Define
good?
Nazi World War II. You ever heard of that?
you
What the
don't? Okay,
fuck?
well,
No, I don't.
I mean, how
You
would you
dumb
know how much work it is?
bastard. I don't
assume
know.
it's
World
not
War
work.
II,
Yeah, you
maybe.
assume a lot because you're an idiot.
Ooh.
Okay, hold on.
This
All
is
right.
like Twitch level.
All right.
This
I'm
is
gonna
what Twitch is. It's like, what the fuck? World War II? What do you mean? What's Nazi?
a communist that.
Oh, hey, did we do the 13-year-old you're mad? Did we do the you're mad? Hey, why don't you just get to
Sir,
your kids
I
are
thought you were a professional who's running a business. I'm just
He's
trying to
right.
business with you. And
He's getting
understand-
felted by a Nazi right now.
I'm also a Bloodsport debater. That's
I don't even like using that word, but they're all faggots, so I think it fits here.
Wow. Wow, that's pretty sad, sir. Your name is Big Papa Fascist. Why do you call yourself that? Do you know what fascism is?
I do. As well.
You do? Are you sure you're going to ask me what it is?
Well, it's as proposed by who?
There you go. He's asking me what it is. So you named yourself Big Papa Fascist. But you don't know what fascism is, huh?
This is Blitzkrieg Part 2 right here.
As proposed by who? Look at him.
Holy shit.
Fascism. What is fascism?
It depends on which. Are you talking about Giovanni Gentili's version?
Don't
of
embarrass
fascism?
him. This is
Which
bad.
version
Are you able to answer a question without a question? I challenge you, sir, to answer a question without a question. What
He's
is
getting
fascism?
bodied.
Will you do that for me? Will you answer a question without a question?
Oh,
How long
no.
have you been gay?
There he goes. He's asking more questions.
Dude, he got bodied.
No, answer my question. How long have you been gay? Answer me. How long?
Oh my God.
My name's not Big Papa Fascist, and I know what national socialism is. How can I be gay, sir? You know what I mean?
Why don't you tell me what it is? Because you still haven't.
Oh no.
All right, so I have another question, sir. Are you Jewish?
Oh no.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay, so you're not Jewish. Okay, so
wait. Are you going to answer my question? Are you Jewish?
No, not at all. Are you? So
wait a second. How do we know that?
Sure. Okay. Are you not allowing these people on your site because of cowardice? You're afraid of what's going to happen to you on your site, or because of ideological reasons?
No.
I don't know which ideology you're speaking to.
Presipin sent $3. The site hasn't even gone up, and it's already over.
Whatever term you want to use,
but there's lots of different types of national socialism, so I'm trying to get...
No.
There's not national socialism. What are you talking about?
No.
You want to get an ideological debate?
So
you're going to play dumb.
So do you consider Eric Stryker...
Feaser sent $3. Unironically, probably best content RPG has ever had.
He was trying to cut it off. He's gonna cry. Look at him.
Anonymous sent $3. Teddy Feaser knows it's over. Look at his face. ETW's net worth is 11,138.
True. Sir, I'm speaking. Sir, stay calm. Sir, stay calm. I'm speaking. Sir, remain calm. Sir, please.
If you have
I'm speaking. Sir, I'm speaking. Sir, please let me finish.
Okay. Yeah, okay, Karen. Go ahead. Karen.
Okay, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Interrupt me. Go ahead.
Calm down, Karen.
They're all watching it on my show, by the way.
Yeah, calm
He's
down.
got 160 viewers, and we got like 900
national
almost.
Socialism that you're talking about. Tell me what it means.
More people are watching on Cozy now without the Odyssey replay.
What type of national?
It's easier for me to just watch my show because I just turn it on and cover it live.
What country are you from?
I know where all the channels are.
BG White sent $3. It's truly embarrassing that we allow BPF to use the word Bloodsports nibbling using Facebook and Reddit during the height of
Talk about them
Bloodsports.
all day long.
It's true.
You have no idea what that is. Even though you're on the internet 24/7, you debated multiple national socialists. You have no idea what it is you claim. I think you're being disingenuous, sir.
Well,
and I think what you're trying to do is you're afraid of the answer. Excuse me, sir. You're afraid of the answer, and you're afraid of where this conversation is going to lead.
That's more money than
RPGs
RPGs
that you
made all
don't allow
year.
national socialists because of ideological reasons. Because you're nothing more than part of a controlled op.
Tiago Lex sent $3. The site isn't even up and it's already over.
Excuse me, sir. They're not going to want to support your
Press
site.
F for comfy.
If they don't support your site, you're gonna fail.
Maxi Bro sent $5. Ethan Ralph still the king of Bloodsports, even though he's not the host, Lamar.
Okay, yeah. I'll go commit suicide and.
No one said commit suicide, sir.
Okay, hold
Wow,
on.
what's the problem, sir?
Guys, BPF.
Hold on, sir.
BPF, is there anybody?
Wait a minute, sir. We didn't say that.
Theoretically,
I mean, we should probably, but
Caesar says sent $3. Comfy is dead before it even launched. Can't believe they aborted it too.
Live abortion. They Warskied it.
It's not that I couldn't see it ever. I would just have to have it defined.
Feasered and
what it is
Warskied.
that they espouse.
Okay, so you're saying that it is possible that somebody
press F for Feasered. Wow.
Depending on the type of national socialist they are, you would allow a certain one, but maybe not another if he's too extreme.
Just saying it's possible.
Yes,
Yeah,
Andrew
just saying it's
approved
possible.
Nazi.
That's it.
Andrew Wilson approved Nazi. He would let on.
No. because he's about to launch the site, and if he comes out straight up and says no, that's going to be a very bad launch. You hear the frustration in his voice when I said that. He knows that's what it is. And sir, I don't appreciate you trying to leave open the window to these. Excuse me, sir, you have to remain calm.
Calm down, please,
sir. So he's trying to keep the window open.
Anonymous sent $3. Comfy bros, it's over. I can't handle this. I'm literally shaking and crying.
And speaking on behalf of these people, I don't appreciate that. He can talk over me.
You got to be ready to deal with the Nazis right away.
Anonymous sent $3. Hey, Big Papa, do a flip.
That's fine. But just say,
Anonymous sent $3. I should just kill myself. Best idea Andrew Wilson has ever had in his miserable life.
God, this is great. I'm glad I stuck with this. I almost turned this off.
Sports and all these bizarre things when, we're talking serious stuff here,
Are we? You don't sound like you're very serious.
You see what I'm saying?
This guy's not serious.
No, I don't see what you're saying.
Oh, Posey Pig says, what if we have like PewDiePie, Logan Paul, Vouch, and Donald Trump, and the Pope, and
honestly, I feel bad.
Thank you on Entropy.
And you're sinking yourself. Instead of just being honest about what you're going to do,
he's a lying
what your goals
faggot.
are, you should just be honest. I'm not trying to shut you down. I'm not trying to mess you
Sorry,
up.
please be serious.
My advice to you would just be upfront with people of what to expect. Because a lot of times we're led on, and then we're disappointed and we're burned. And frankly, I'm tired of that. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, great. Thanks for letting me speak. So here's what I'll say to you. I have no idea
dominated
in a defined term what your actual ideology is. And the reason that
Comfy's
you're
already
doing it
done.
and just saying National Socialist is so that you can intentionally keep it vague to say that I'll keep all National Socialists off the platform. Your vagary is a way for you to try to attack the site.
There he goes again.
So once again, I'm going to ask you, can you be specific
Rare
in your
Wignat
ideology, or are you going to keep dancing around?
Anonymous sent $3. The feasering of BPF.
What would you like to know what National Socialism is again? Well, you see, National Socialism. Well, sure. Well, everybody buckle in. So you see, with industrialization, you had unrestricted capitalism, right?
Buckle in, folks. We're going down to the Wignat factory right now.
You started to have things, such as workers being abused, being mauled, being injured, not being able to. This is a lot of product of industrialization, right? Are you aware of industrialization is? Do you need me to explain that to you?
He probably needs an explainer.
Okay, industrialization, when we started to have factories and stuff like that. So people started living this way, and they started moving from the farm in a community, moving to industrialized capitalist factory system, and that created a lot of social havoc. You had men turn to drinking. You had women prostituting themselves to make ends meet. You had factories firing people for getting injured, and it was very difficult. So out of this came socialism, what's called socialism, which is the idea that the economy should be tweaked to benefit the worker. And you see that today with Social Security. You see that today with a 40-hour work week, with overtime. You see that today with all these things. Right?
Have fun,
So National
Andrew.
Socialism
This is your life now.
Socialism.
Thank you,
and making
Vegas.
the nation itself,
Holy
and the people
shit.
itself of that nation, the focus of it. Instead of doing what the communists do, which is a global socialism, which is the polar opposite, right? Or the third position.
An old friend sent $3. I'm willing to bet that CNN Plus had a longer lifespan than this gay-ass site will have.
Me too.
Imagine being a 50-year-old chain-smoking cuckold so jealous of a 24-year-old that you've made your whole life a shitty parody of his.
A really bad parody. Unsuccessful one.
Some history, but you haven't told me a single current ideological foundation that you have. What is your
ideological foundation? National Socialism.
Yeah, but what's the foundation for that ideologically?
Nazism.
So you're just going to deconstruct.
He's a Nazi.
I find that very dishonest.
Well, you haven't given me any information.
He's a Nazi, Andrew.
I just explained to you, and
you just said how it came about. You haven't told me anything about it. Tell me something about
Andrew, he's a Nazi.
National socialism. What do you advocate for? What do you
Nazism. He's a Nazi.
Okay, so I feel like.
What do you mean? What does he advocate for? Nazism.
I think that WhiteTuber.
You dumbass. Nazism. That's what he advocates for. What do you mean? What?
I feel like we're probably not going to get past the point that we're at right
Anonymous
now.
sent $3. This guy is completely ruining BPF, but listen to his voice. He's clearly Hispanic, like most Wignats are.
And yeah,
keep up the good work, RPG. Great show, brother.
Thank you.
Hey, one question before you go. One question
Yes, sir.
before he goes, if he doesn't mind. Are you a Christian?
Yes, sir.
You are? Okay.
Yes, sir.
What denomination are you?
I was raised Catholic, but to be honest with you, I've been moving more towards non-denominational through disgust, to be honest with you.
Okay, so you're a non-denominational national socialist.
Correct.
But you won't tell me what the things that you espouse or believe are.
I would gladly, if you have the time, we can spend as long as you need to understand. I would love to spend, but unfortunately, RPG has to move on to other callers.
Okay. Well, have a nice day.
You too as well, sir. I remember the Tower of Babel on how race mixing is disavowed by God himself.
That's not what Tower of Babel's about, sir.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
Have a great day, Mr. RPG.
Yo, have a good one, man. Thank you so much for calling in.
Have a good day yourself.
All right, so that was we're off to a pretty heated start there. Things are getting real intense, but yeah. So I do think that even though that might have went a bit off the rails, I do think that is a question that is on people's minds, because typically the way these platforms work is people on the far left have generally been allowed to say whatever the hell they want to say, and the people on the far right have generally not been allowed. So people are looking for.
Well, I don't. Well, wait a second. He says National Socialism. Is that far right or far left?
I mean, from what I understand, that is a far right political ideology.
Well, what makes it far right? He wouldn't tell me anything about the ideology. Nothing. He literally wouldn't tell me a single thing about it. He just said that back in industrialization, people formed socialist groups. It's like, okay, but tell me what you believe. And he just wouldn't do it. And he wouldn't do it. He intentionally kept it vague, so that I couldn't give him an answer. Literally, like I wanted to, but I can't do it if I don't know what it is that you're advocating for.
Typical
Well,
Twitch
I was enjoying
tricks.
the debate, but at the same time, I felt
You
like we were
bum.
kinda
Why
getting
would you
off
turn
the
that
purpose
off?
for today's stream? So
You're such
maybe
a
some
loser.
other time we could have that debate again. But I do
You're
want to
such
get
a
to
loser.
other callers here. There was actually 2 super chats, 2 questions that we have for you. The first one is from Higbig, $10. Thank you, man.
Motherfucker's about to
And
cry.
he asks, will you have a DMCA strike system?
Yeah, that's actually, I think, required by law.
Okay, and then another question from OG.
But by the way, right now, if you go to Cozy and you hit their DMCA system, a little thing will come up and you can type in it, but it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I know. I try that. It doesn't actually. They don't respond to any DMCA claims. So at some point,
no, it's not that they don't respond. It doesn't go anywhere. It's a dead end.
Yeah, maybe somebody.
So the chat disappears, but it doesn't go in any records anywhere.
Yeah, it would be a shame if somebody looked further into that and took the appropriate measures. But anyway, another question. OG Snoop, $5 says, would Thomas 777
Shaking.
be allowed on the
Man
platform
fading in
as
the
a
night
form
sent
of
$3.
propaganda
Holy
without
shit, these dudes are so
Christian,
boring
historical
shit. I hate
appears
passive aggressive
on the
people. They all should trip and fall.
known as show.
Allegedly.
I don't know if you
They
can
should
answer
trip
this
and
if you don't know
fall.
who do you know who this is? This
No fucking clue.
Okay,
No
yeah.
clue.
So basically the response from BPF so far has been, has been a case-by-case basis. So, and by the way, I'm getting a little bit of an echo. I don't know if you changed anything. We're getting a slight echo from your end. I don't
Bum
know
ass
if
equipment,
there
the
was
comfy
anything
way.
changed there, BPF.
Is this better?
That doesn't sound comfy.
Let me see. I think it's better. No, I'm still getting it a little bit.
Okay, hang on.
I don't know if you
Let me
wear
leave the
earbuds.
Oh,
No. But let me leave the call and come back in.
Okay. All right, so we got a bunch of people with their hands up. We got Nuke. We got Toasted. We
What?
got Aegis Wing. He's called in before. I see some new faces here. This guy says he was banned from Twitch. I don't know if that's real, though, or
we knew he was a
troll.
snake.
BPF, you're muted right now, just so you know.
Let's get him in there.
You are muted. Got to unmute.
What a snake.
He's leaving.
Are you there?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So
yeah, hang on.
He
I still have
featured us.
to adjust the audio here.
Okay, so
Feaser faggot.
I mean, so far, I'm very much enjoying the stream. That was definitely very interesting. First caller that we had, that was a good way to start the call in. It's got a little heated, but hey, it's going. And BPF, he's here for this. He knew that this was, a very likely
possibility.
possibility.
Snake.
And he's here. You know, he's stepping into the lion's den, and he's prepared to take your questions. So, you know, he signed up for this, and you guys are free to let it rip. And WhiteTuber, by the way, big shout out to WhiteTuber there, because he was upset, he was frustrated, but he was very respectful. And by the way, mods, if you haven't done it yet, or WhiteTuber, if you're out there, man, feel free to drop that link. People in the chat were asking, where can they find WhiteTuber? He's over on Odyssey. Apparently, his show is now 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Odyssey. So drop the link in the chat, but it's also just Mr. WhiteTuber on Odyssey. Okay, so, and he's a good guy. I've always liked him. Always have liked Mr. WhiteTuber. So just wanted to say that. It looks like BPF is sorting out his technical issues here. We'll give him a second. Or maybe he's fleeing. Is he fleeing? Is he tapping out? If you guys want to send super chats, okay? If you want to ask him a question, you don't want to call in, but you want to ask a question, allmylinks.com/RPGtv. That's where all the donation links are.
Isn't that what the whores use?
Make it rain. Feel free to make it rain. And we're working towards a new PC. As you can see, we got a goal right here. My hands are getting cut off, but I think you guys can figure out where that is.
If only.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, man. So,
okay.
Are you ready for the next call?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we have two options here. We have Nuke and we have
bring in that faggot toasted.
I think Nuke was actually the first person to raise his hand in the first place. So
the rejects line.
Nuke.net, welcome back to the show. You are on the line. What is going on, man?
Yo.
Hey.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, no, I just had a pretty basic question for
Andrew
regarding the Comfy website.
Is he like Jamaican?
Because when I was watching the stream last night, like the Jaden snipe and everything like that, he branded the Comfy.stream as like
he's like a
sort of a counter to
Cozy.tv. Crime rapper.
So
what is this?
This is going to be the site where all the A-logs can join and say what they want to say with no restrictions. That was the whole angle. If you got deplatformed, this is a safe haven for you. But listening to the interview today, it sounds like there are a ton of restrictions.
Anonymous sent $3. Imagine dedicating your life to ruin a guy who's half your age. Nick completely mind broke these losers.
A very political streamer.
It's crazy.
Where you have to engage with the left, the left-right kind of paradigm here, where you have to get involved with debate bro stuff and things like that. So it just made me wonder, what's the long-term goal for this? Because it doesn't really sound like it's going to be like a mirror to Cozy where anyone can join, anyone can just come on, have fun, do their thing. It sounds very restrictive, and not just like TOS stuff, but it sounds like you have a particular.
I think he's angry about the website
because to me it sounds like you're trying to do the Crucible, but as your own website.
Definitely, he's getting the best.
So it makes me wonder, why did you launch this as a sort of alternative to Cozy, like this thing that's like a fuck you to Nick Fuentes, but then it's just going to be like a debate bro panel kind of stuff with leftists, right wingers, and stuff like that. So what's the goal here?
Okay, so first, let me just kind of get this out of the way. Literally everything you just said was wrong. So just off the gate. So that
he's just ruining his own stream. I don't see how people
I'm sitting in front of my desktop now.
Why would that be an
own notes as you were speaking? First, you said that just anybody can join Cozy. Is that true or false?
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I didn't say anyone can join Cozy.
Yes, you did. It's literally right here.
This dude hates Cozy. This is Nuke, isn't it? Who is this?
Bastard didn't say that.
Wow.
Anyone can join Cozy.
So wait. So can nobody? Who can join Cozy? Tell me that.
People that Nick decided.
Okay, so people that Nick decides. Okay.
Yeah, okay. But you came on. No, listen. What you said was that you were taking Nick's toys away from him, because they were going to deplatform anyone they felt like. So you were offering an alternative.
So what? Can you tell me the specific? Can you tell me the specific restriction that you have a problem with?
It sounds like
Anonymous sent $3. This guy is feasering himself.
He is, isn't he?
No, they don't have to do any debates. I just don't want it to be an echo chamber. I want there to be engagement.
So why are you restricting the Wignuts then? Why is it like...
Boogly Woogly sent $3. Hey Wignets that still don't understand the optics war and hate Nick Fuentes. Want a cozy clone for Wignets? Too bad.
No, I
Come watch Stardust instead.
I sold one single troll that he was a stupid Wignat and he deserved to be.
Yeah, they
in
want
the
something like that, but they
chamber
can't
of
have
Odyssey. That's it. But I literally made it
San
abundantly clear.
Groyper sent $3. Eternal see the squad gathering
who
place.
Have racial politics who I would allow on Comfy, and we would take it on a case-by-case basis. Now, can you tell me specifically which restrictions you have a problem with? Which ones?
Well, I mean, like you said, like, you know, they didn't want to talk about the Jews or the blacks or anything like that.
When?
No, you mean the TRS people. I mean, you said that.
No, wait, what did I say about
Twitter.
them? What did I say?
Well, you said you wouldn't let Southern Dingo on. Why is that?
Yeah.
Well, I already told you why. He has his own, they have their own space, those guys. They don't have any interest in being in a network that's run by a Christian nationalist, one. And two, because the way that they behave, the antics that they do are optically damaging.
Oh, no.
They're not good.
So there are restrictions then.
I didn't ever say that there weren't restrictions. I'm asking you specifically which restrictions you have a problem with.
I just wanted to know because that's what I heard last night. It was like, you know, we're going to take away their toys from them. You know, we're not going to. We're going to.
Can you tell me a restriction you have a problem with, or can't you?
Well, I mean, like as I said, like, you know, you didn't want to talk about race, Jews and stuff like that. It's like, I mean, why is Southern Dingo? If he wanted to join Comfy.stream, would he be allowed to?
No, probably not.
Oh,
okay,
that sucks. You're not gonna let
Yeah,
Dingo
but
get involved?
why is that problematic for you?
That sucks.
I'm just
Poor
wondering.
Dingo.
That's all.
No. Well, okay. So do you have an actual issue with
Poor
anything
Dingo.
that I'm doing or not?
I'm just wondering because you were selling Comfy.stream as this like alternative, you know, this free speech alternative that was like anyone
I never said the word free speech once. There's no such thing. Not even once. There is no such thing as free speech.
Wow.
That's made up nonsensical terminology.
That's crazy.
Is from
I
the
didn't
Enlightenment
expect that
era.
from BPF.
There is no such thing as free speech. There's always going to be penalties for speech.
Okay. Okay.
Fuck is
all
that?
right. That's fine. That's just what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if that's all you got, Nuke, then we'll end it there for now, and we'll talk soon. I might open the lines up after the BPF part of the stream, so maybe we'll talk then, all right?
Yeah, no worries.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in.
All right, bye.
Later. Okay, we actually just got a super chat question. By the way, how are you on time? Because I don't want to hold you up too long.
I'm good. I don't have a debate I'm hosting till 9 p.m., so...
Cool. All right, cool. Yeah, because got a lot of people that want to call in and ask questions. So if you're good, then I'm good too. All right, so next we're going to pull in... Oh, actually, there's two super chat questions. One is from Yoden, $5. Thank you. WhiteTuber, a good reminder of the slimy wignats you'll be dealing with outside of Nick's circle. Groypers are gay and NJP is ugly. Spencer, one? What? Well, there's a hot take. BPF is a new fag and doesn't know what he's getting into. Okay, so this guy likes Richard Spencer, doesn't like you. But he does say the Groypers are gay, which is definitely true. And then we have $5 from Sig P. What's up, man? Who says, doesn't want it to be an echo chamber, but won't allow the unoptical. Shouldn't you beat them with better ideas then? Please advise.
Well, so I would just ask what their alternative to this would be. Like, what would you guys want to see me do?
Okay, well, don't think we're going to get a response from
what would you?
An old friend sent $3 BPF
What
sucks.
do you want?
RPG sucks.
And
This
why
suck
do you
will
want
suck.
to see it? It's
Cammy
great to
doesn't suck with his
criticize my
twerp would have been
ideas,
swallowed.
and I'm
Long live
open to
Cozy.
criticism.
It's like
But anytime I ask for specifics, I don't get anything. except, there's this general thing that you said that I don't like. And well, what? Well, I don't really know.
He's about to gunt his whole stream.
I don't like you. So that's basically all I've heard so far.
Okay, got it. And with that, we are going to take in our next caller, Toasted Network. You're on the line. What is going on?
We'll do it. Two Camille's.
So I have a couple of questions for you, Andrew. Because there is stuff I'm like a little bit confused because I guess in theory you could say maybe you could toe the line what's
ruining his own stream.
Free speech, but usually when people do it, it doesn't really work because in reality, I know people say it's simple.
Now he doesn't have any more space on the screen.
Define what's racist and what's not racist.
We still have space.
I know this might sound stupid, but like
you can still see my face.
Like according to some people say that roaming millennial is
you covered up your own face.
Roaming millennial is racist and go as high up as saying
you idiot.
Gypsy Crusader is racist. You get what I mean? There's like many people have different definitions of what racism is. Do you get what I mean? Or
yeah, no, I completely agree. It's there's an arbitrary standard that's applied, and it's very much perception based.
Right. I mean, like what this like. I guess by the definition of racism, I know many people like to, put this as like, according to racism, it's the belief that one race is superior to the other race.
That's one definition, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is I'm not trying to do whatever. Like, according to race and IQ, and people won't say that, according to race and IQ, Japanese are the supreme race. So that by technicality could be considered racist.
I think we improved his stream by a lot, actually.
Something wrong here.
Are you asking me if by that definition of racism, if you said that Japanese were superior to another race, that would be racist? Is that what you're asking?
No, they have a higher IQ. Is that racist to say that? Because I believe that I'm saying that they're superior in the IQ intellect area.
Why? Well, if you're saying that Japanese people on average have a higher IQ, no, that wouldn't be racist.
Right, but I'm not trying to be whatever, but according to racism, it holds that one group of another group based
why
on
not just leave them up? Come
on,
on,
like that. So it's just believing in like that race exists somewhat. Is that considered?
I have too many Camille's. I don't even know what to do with them.
I'm not trying.
No.
I mean, that's
just believing that there's different races is not racist.
Okay, not like that. That's what I mean. Yeah. No, but that's what I mean. It's like
it's fine. It's fine. Look, you guys don't have to agree with my takes on race, and I know most of you don't. That's fine with me. But that doesn't mean I'm going to penalize you for believing what you believe and advocating for it. But that's far different than people who have limited self-control and just start spurting out the N-word, and then
Dingo.
say, come beat me with ideas while they're just screeching at you, or...
You don't want to get into a dick measuring competition. I have a bigger dick. I have a bigger dick. I have a bigger dick.